up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today, all 17 of you guys, were out there watching my live stream. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I went live. I officially went live, and it was a success. I was nervous. I didn't hold my trades like I should have, but we had two winners, and that's what matters, right? We closed the day out in green. I made $400 across 8 accounts of the Bull Knocks. Again, down below you'll find a discount code for Bull Knocks, a discount code for Apex. Remember, guys, Apex is 90% off for the next 4 days, and then after that, we don't know what we're gonna get. So if you want to load up on accounts, I know I'm going to. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, thank you for checking me out, right? And if you're not, thank you for sticking around. Shit, guys, this is fun, right? I know I was just sitting there bullshitting at work, but it was fun. I had a good time. So I'm going to continue to do live trading from 9:30 to 11 with the 1 minute strategy, and yeah, and hopefully the OG strategy that I've built this channel off of, that passed the FTMO challenges and everything else. Hopefully we get some entries soon, and we could trade that one as well, right? So if you're new to the channel, this strategy is extremely simple, but it doesn't happen every day, right? The strategy is you're going to grab price from midnight to 8:30, and you're going to mark out that range as high and low, right? Whatever happens between that range. You're going to come back. You're going to grab your horizontal line. You're going to mark out the high. You're going to mark out the low. And this is all in the 5 minute time frame. And in a nutshell, you're going to wait for there to be a sweep of liquidity, either the high or low taken out, and then a market structure shift with a candle closure above the market structure, right? So you have lower highs created, and then a higher high is created. And then you're going to take your trusty fib out, pull out your fib, top to bottom, and then you're going to place a pending order at the 61.8. For you guys that are not new, you know that I put it at the 59 because I like to get activated into my trade. And then you're going to target 2 times risk. That's it. Bam, bam. Like that. That's simple. This strategy was extremely profitable for me last year, and it's still profitable this year. We're currently sitting around, let me see. If I would have taken every trade since January, running stop loss to take profit, I would be up $36,000, risking $1,000 to make $2,000, right? My win rate is currently at a 54%, a 67% on Mondays. Tuesdays sucks ass, and Fridays are pretty good too. Red folder news is a 53% win rate, and then no red news is like a 57% win rate. So it really doesn't make sense to just eliminate, red folder days. Just not for that strategy. So getting into today's price action, right? We have NFP, right? If we didn't have NFP, I probably would have had a trade, but there was NFP. Let's get to the 5 minutes. This is the 1 minute chart. Here you go. So marking out the high of NFP, marking out the low of NFP, we needed a market structure shift, which we did not get. And I explained this during the live stream. What I wanted to see was this, and we just didn't get it, and price just pushed up, right? Eventually we got a pullback, but we never get the market structure shift. Why? Because this all the way up here, right, this data high, the high that was created from the news, would have to be closed above for our market structure shift. But then at that point, what are we looking for, guys? We're looking for sells. If we hit up here, we're going to look for sells. That's just how this strategy works. And unfortunately, we do not get a pullback in either direction hard enough to continue. It is what it is. It just was not meant for that strategy today. So there was no entry. Um, doesn't mean that there wasn't entries, right? We were trading the 1 minute chart, and we did get some entries that we can go over. So let me delete this. Let's talk about the entries that I did take, the winners that I took. We're looking at divergence between ES and NQ. Typically, what I'll do is I'll come in. Let me go back to the NQ chart. You know what? Typically, what I do is in the morning, I'll come in. I'll start marking out the 15-minute chart. I have a video on this strategy, explaining it. I think it's titled like, pass your apex or your top step challenge with this strategy or something like that. Some like real basic video, and I'll just mark out, what price was doing, right? Like I'll mark out the fair value gaps, but obviously we have this giant candle. So the only thing we had was, I trade after 9:30, so we had the remainder of this fair value gap here, right? And then we had, this was 9:15, this was the 9:30 open, and then we had this fair value gap that was created here, right? That's pretty much what we're looking at. Let's go back to this view, and let's go back to the minute chart. So taking a look at that, those are areas where I can see price reacting from, right? And I was on the chart since this morning, and we did have right here, we did have some divergence. Very simple. Simply put, you're looking for NQ to do something different than ES is doing, right? So you want, for example, you want NQ to do something like this, while ES is doing something like this at the same time. And then the candle that I'm going in on, I want it to be engulfing. I want it to be strong, bullish, bearish candle with little to no wick, hopefully, right? And they both have to match. Like I want if I'm going for a buy, I want a bullish candle on NQ, and I want a bullish candle on ES. So technically here, let's use I use these little icons, little circles while I'm trading, just to help my friend out, because I Zoom with him explaining what I'm looking at, and I just use them like color coordinator. Like the red is a low, green is a high, instead of writing out like lower low or higher low, right? So right here, this candle created a low, and then these candles created a high. That candle here is this one. See this little wick right here? So as you can see, it created a high. I didn't take this trade, guys. I was looking at it. I didn't take it, but I've noticed that after a big news event, there typically is some divergence that you get in on. And then we have a strong bullish candle in the direction that you want to go, right? So you would take the long position here. You would cover the fair value gap, let's say, and then you target 2 times risk. Very, very simple. My stop loss and take profit are very tight with this strategy. So keep in mind, I didn't trade that entry live, but it's something to look at, right? A little information for you guys. Just take a look at after giant news events like NFP or FOMC, or CPI, stuff like that, right? Let's find 9:30. This is the 9:30 open right here. Back at that, right? So I took this buy here. Okay, so where are we here? We're here. Yeah, I took this buy. So I did not. I took a buy, and then I took a sell, I believe. I got in. So, which was the candle I created. Did I take this one? No, I took this one over here. So this is the buy that I took. We took a buy, but it wasn't this buy because there's no divergence. And then here, again, between these are higher, these are lower, right? Mark it up. We just get this tool here, a trend line. So in between here and here, there was divergence. You're gonna see it over here because that candle was here. So this, I was looking at this low that was being created at, and then this candle here. So as you can see, price is pushing down, and then we engulf. Price is pushing up, and then we have a strong green candle. This candle, I took a buy. And we targeted, where is it? 10 points. And where I should have exited was at these highs, but it's my first live stream. I was excited, and I got out like halfway. Like I didn't even wait. I went like 50%. I went a 1-to-1 and took my trade, right? And took profit. I think it was less than 1-to-1, to be completely honest. It was horrible. Horrible. And I promise I will work on that. Fucking sucked. But that's the trade, right? In a nutshell. The reason being that I took this trade is just because we're reacting off of the fair value gap that I marked up on the 5-minute, right? If you go back to the 5-minute, you're gonna see that that was right there. That fair value gap. You drop it back down to the 1-minute, you're gonna notice that we're reacting, right? We had no divergence on this big bullish candle. And I think I even said, damn, I like that's a nice candle. Price came back down, reacted again. I really wanted it to sweep this low, but it didn't. It gave me a green engulfing. And I said, screw it. We have divergence here. And price is pushing up. It was a nice bullish candle. And I said, okay, we broke above these highs on ES. So I would target the next high. And we engulfed this candle. I'm taking the trade. Simple as that. We took the trade. We made some money. Over here, you had divergence again, reacting off of this fair value gap, right? Price pushed down. Okay, so I want to see this pattern, right? Bearish candle, green candle, or green candle, bearish candle. I do not want to see a doji. I'm going to mark these up, and I'm going to keep track of them and see how often they are right than wrong, or you know what I mean? Like, but typically this pattern here, even though I should have went in on a trade because we closed below this wick and stuff, I was a little iffy about, right? Just a little bit. So I didn't take this trade even though there was divergence. Okay, this is, so you can see it here, right? We went up, and then on ES, we're going down. Close below, and that was it. The trade that I did take was this one here, which you can see we're going down, and that is here, and we're going up, right? Engulfed, I took this short, 10 points. And I got out. Honestly, I got out at the end of this wick. Like, I got out right when this started pulling back up again. Eventually, like, it would have came down and hit a 1 to 1.5, but you guys can watch the live stream. I got out early again. This one I'm not upset about. However, you know, it was a judgment call. But I guess I could say the same thing about this one, right? Like, I can't beggars can't be choosers, right? But that's where I got out. That was my second trade. And in my rules, if I take 2 winners, I'm done trading for the day. Even though these weren't full TPs. So I ended up positive $400 on the day. The next divergence that showed up after that would be this bullish candle right here. As you can see, let me zoom this out so you guys can see it better. Right? Here we swapped this low. Here we didn't. Price is up. So you got price doing this. And over here you got price doing this. Okay? This would have been a great entry. Long position. 10-point stop. Targeting 2 times risk. Right? So we're trading up until 11. Here comes 11 o'clock. And there's no more divergence. What candle was this one? That was that one. There's this one. But then it didn't go. Yeah. And that's all she wrote. So technically, if I would have held my trades, I would have made more money. This would have been a loser. So I would have had, let's say, 2R, 2R. That's 4R. That's 3R, minus 1. So if I'm risking $200, right? I should have been up $600, right? Not 400. So I shorted myself $200 by getting out of these 2 trades early. It is what it is. I have to stick. I have to really stick to like trying to take profit, right, guys? I'm gonna really try to. It's just in the moment it's hard. I'm weak, but it was still a good day, right? It was a good trading day. I hope to see you guys out there on Monday with me. And yeah, so you know what? When the stream was going around this time, I said when we're up here, you guys go back to it. We're talking. I was like, if I was completely bullish on the day. I wanted this data high, right? Like I wanted this high that was created. So I said, what did I say? I was like on the 10-minute chart. I'll show you right now. I took my trusted little fib out, right? And then I marked up. I remember what I did. That's what I did. And then I did this. All right. Let's delete this again. So I said, if we would get a reaction within here, we were right here when this was going on, right? And when I say reaction, I want some type of divergence. It could come all the way down, wick out of here, and then push up, but that's what I would want to see. And if you really look at this, you're going to notice that price comes down, right? Wicks takes out liquidity here, takes out liquidity here, but divergence starts to form here, right? This low takes out these lows, and this is the low here. So on any one of these candles, you could have taken your long, or if you wanted to be conservative and wait until price broke above this high, right? 10-point stop, and just target the freaking data highs. Full TP. So I said that right before I got off the live stream. I don't know if anybody took it, but it played out, right? It played out. Like this whole little divergence thing honestly does play out. Let's see if there's anything else that you get in on here, right? This candle right here, long position, 10-point stop, right there. You would have some drawdown, but full TP. It's as simple as that. The other divergence that I saw was right here. See? Higher high, lower high, lower high, higher high, lower high, and then a higher high. And then you take your sell. Short. So you guys can play with this strategy. It does happen along, it doesn't have to happen from 9 to 11. That's my trading time, right? I want to try to just trade that 2-hour time frame, and be done with the day, right? Be done with the day. Go on with my life. So that's pretty much it. Those were the wins for today. I had 2 winners. I got to really work on my psychology. Try to hold my trades longer. Need you guys cheering me on or making fun of me. Call me a little bitch when I don't hold my trades, okay? I'm completely okay with you guys doing so. And that's pretty much it. So I'll be back here Monday. Hopefully we have some winners. What I'm worried about is that when I did do the back test to show that I could pass these things with this strategy, right? And we did. I did have a day with 3 losers. And if I don't take my profit the way I'm supposed to, those 3 days are going to affect. I mean, those 3 losers in that one day is going to affect me, right? Because the whole scenario is, okay, I'm going to trade the strategy. And if I get 3 losers, I'm done trading for the day. I'm just hoping that doesn't happen too often. Anyways, 7 o'clock, I'm going to get ready to go to the movies. I'm going to go see Bad Boys with my daughter. It's a daddy and daughter night for me, guys. It's going to be a little date night with my princess, and I will be back here on Monday. So you guys take care.